How to start a vegetable garden when the soil is unworkable due to snow, frost, or even the humidity from flooding. Some vegetables can wait a few more weeks before being sown or transplanted. Others, like vegetable bulbs, must absolutely be planted from February to March. If getting back to the vegetable garden is tough, because of waterlogged soil, know that you can start gardening indoors using a pot press. The pot press is a galvanized metal tool that compresses clumps to replace plastic pots. It is used to transplant young plants or to practice direct sowing according to the clump model. Know that indoors you can start growing shallots, onions, and garlic using mini clumps. So, are we going to plant our bulbs now? Here we have a shallot bulb, always with the tip facing up and the roots, of course, facing down. All the bulbs are planted side by side next to each other. Barely buried. The benefit of planting in mini clumps is that it allows the shallot bulbs to take root. And when the weather gets better, we can put them outside, but that's another story. So, with shallots, there's also a planting that can be done in the fall. This is the grey shallot. The others, the shallots, are planted in the spring. And well, it's the same here. There is garlic that is planted in the fall and in the spring. Here we have pink garlic, which is planted in the spring. Unfortunately, the weather isn't suitable for planting them. Well, the system is exactly the same as for shallots. Now let's move on to red onions. The difference with shallots and garlic is that red onions are planted exclusively in the spring. Like garlic and shallots, they hate humidity. However, they need to be planted very early to get nice onions, starting from February-March. In the first week, you can leave these bulbs in a dark room, in a garage, in a basement, or in a garden shed. A place that is frost-free. It can even freeze a little, but definitely not too warm. And here's what we get. So, the bulbs that are starting to take root, it happens really quickly. So once the bulbs start to take root and have a few leaves, especially then, they need to be put in the light. Here, it's under a greenhouse, but in a non-heated area. You could even leave them outside on a table, as long as it doesn't rain on them. And then, when they are well developed, you will normally plant these bulbs in your garden. If you have dry soil, you make a small trench and plant them directly, making sure to bury the bulbs halfway and no more, whether it's garlic, shallots, or onions. If your soil is heavy, make a small mound and plant your bulbs, your clumps on this mound, always burying the bulbs halfway. This will help with the drainage of water. And there, you'll have beautiful shallots, nice onions, and plenty of water.